Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining our Odoo webinar. So today we're diving into boost sales with Odoo CRM, streamline customer management with built-in capability. So whether you are in retail, manufacturing, or services, this session will showcase how to simplify your communication workflow and manage your pipeline more efficiently. But before we officially start, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Jesse. I'm one of the partner managers here in Odoo, Hong Kong, and I'm part of the team na nag-handle ng Philippine market. So we only have 5 simple agendas for this afternoon. First, I'll be discussing what is Odoo. And kasunod niyan, we will dive into the Odoo CRM with built-in call management to be led by our guest speaker from Sognare Group. So magpapakita rin kami ng use case, demo, and lastly, sagutin namin yung mga Q&A nyo on the latter part. All right. So first, let's start. What is Odoo? Ano nga ba si Odoo? Odoo brings all your powerful business tools in one beautifully designed and very user-friendly na kayang i-navigate ng lahat. One of the benefits is its flexibility, meaning you can easily access the platform anytime, anywhere, whether you're working on your PC or just checking your mobile phones. So we've been in the industry for 20 plus years. Right now, we have 21 offices worldwide, and we've recently opened our Philippine office in Quezon City. We're also happy and proud to power up 28 million happy users worldwide, and that number continues to grow every single day. As you can see on the screen, ito lang naman yung ilan sa mga happy, active users namin in the Philippine market. So this really shows kung gaano ka-adaptable si Odoo. Retail man yan, education, construction, manufacturing, or whether you're a growing SME or a massive enterprise. Odoo's flexible architecture is built to handle it all. At the end of the day, our main focus is on one question. How can we help your business? Or what solutions can we provide? Dito sa kaliwa, makikita nyo, medyo magulo, di ba? Hiwa-hiwala yung apps ng sales, CRM, inventory, accounting. So ang hirap integrate and ang sakit sa ulo ng data mismatch. Our main goal is on the right, to take that headache away from you. Imagine just paying one affordable license for all apps. So dahil highly integrated na si Odoo, kapag may ginalaw ka sa sales, purchase, inventory, automatic na siya mag-reflect sa accounting mo na walang kahirap-hirap. Again, no more paying for multiple softwares, and you can save a lot of time, effort, and of course, money. Okay, we do have 70 plus fully integrated applications, meaning kaya mo na patakbuhin yung online store mo, sa physical shop mo, hindi mo na kailangan lumipat ng ibang platform. All right. Now, for the most exciting part, let's deep dive into the system case study and demo. And joining us live via Google Meet is no less than Technical Services Director of Sognare Group. Let's welcome Mr. Mike Cairo. Hi, Mike.
Okay. Hi, Jesse.
Yeah.
Thank you for that introduction. Okay.
Thank you, Mike, for joining us this afternoon. I know there's a lot of things that you want to share with us, so I'll now give the floor to you.
Okay. All right. So first up, good afternoon, everyone. Okay. Let me just share my slides. Okay. So again, good afternoon. My name is Mike Cairo. Okay, there. Okay, so our company is Sognare Systems and Solutions Corp. So we're an Odoo partner. So we provide end-to-end implementation for Odoo. We also provide customization. We do systems integration with other applications and other products as well. And we provide ongoing support and user training for customers. And we do have also a business process optimization, a consulting service for our customers. Okay. So in this webinar, we intend to show you a calling application integrated with Odoo CRM or integrated with Odoo in general, the entire Odoo application. So it's a dialer. So at the end of the webinar, you should have an understanding of how to go around Odoo and CRM module with a calling capability from a dialer application. Also, it integrates with Odoo's phone module, call logging, and automated follow-ups and scheduling. Okay, and with this integration of this application, it aims to improve sales and customer communication and enhance team productivity. Okay, so first, let's look at the challenges for managing customer communication. Earlier, si Jess showed a slide na merong magulo sa kaliwa and then merong integrated sa kanan. Yung magulo sa kaliwa is common to the tools that we use nowadays. No? So meron kang smartphone, where you do calls, you do scheduling. Then you have an ERP or a CRM system on your laptop or on your desktop or maybe also on your phone. But you usually toggle between applications to perform certain tasks. So you have manual logging on your phone, then you have data entry on another application. This usually results in missed calls, lost follow-ups now if you don't have automated scheduling, and then lesser visibility on customer interaction. Now, it results in delayed response time, poor customer experience. And also, locally, the adaptation of CRM application or CRM systems is less than around 40%, no, 30+% of the local market, meaning some customers still have to have their CRM and be able to manage customer and customer communications efficiently using a tool or a CRM system. And of those CRM users, most of them would still need a integrated telephony or a dialer solution. Most of them would have a separate dialer, subscribe to a dialer, but maybe it's a VoIP dialer, which costs more than a local dialer. Okay. Now, if you look at the lower part of the screen, no, there's a difference between um, local dialing capability and VoIP calling capability. So, VoIP calling are slightly more expensive, and there are advantages for certain types of application, and then local dialing is cheaper and also advantages for certain type of applications. So these are some of the challenges. Now, our dialer, okay, provides both capabilities, no, being able to call, uh, perform VoIP calls, no, if you're crossing borders or crossing regions, and it can also enable you to call locally, the landlines and mobiles if you're calling domestic. Okay, so these are the challenges. No? What we want is, sabi natin, si Odoo is integrated at the back, no? So we're looking for an application or an app or a dialer that also integrates or takes advantage of the integration capability of Odoo. Okay. So when we have a dialer, no, I think this is one of our challenges earlier, no, when we were looking at other CRM solutions with no dialing capability. No? So looking at the integrated backend of Odoo, okay, being able to integrate, for example, a caller or a dialer to your sales or CRM module or even your help desk module, okay, would actually be very beneficiary to your business process, no, and your business in general. No? It could increase productivity by saving time. No, statistics show that returning a call within 5 minutes would result in better sales or better closing opportunity, okay, rather versus rescheduling it, for example, to another day, couple of hours later, or couple of weeks later. Okay. So it also provides faster response for better customer experience. So again, Odoo having an integrated backend and putting a dialer application on it would increase visibility of all customer interactions, especially that phone interaction activity that needs to be visible within, for example, your CRM or within your help desk module or just the simple phone module of Odoo. Okay, so this is a typical pipeline automation of most CRM. Uh, Odoo's default pipelines are in stages in pipeline are on the left. No, so you have new qualified proposition and one. So imagine being able to call from anywhere in these stages and automatically track progress, okay, for your leads card, opportunity cards. No, and automatically capture details from the calling or for the phone channel, no, from the voice channel into your opportunity card or your leads card. So this is what we're looking at. So since Odoo has an integrated leads and sales pipeline database, the dialer that integrates with the CRM module or the sales module um, automatically integrates data, calling data into the pipeline or into the leads card or into the opportunity card. With this, you're able to have visibility on your deals, close more deals, be able to react, schedule or automate activities faster and on time. So, what is the dial application that we have integrated with Odoo? So we call it Sognare Dialer Pro. Okay, it's actually a click-to-call application that integrates with Odoo's phone module. So Odoo's phone modular application used to be called VIP, no, because it used to cater for VIP calls. Now, if you look at the configuration of the phone module I showed in the live demo, no, if you look at the configuration, you have a list there of the providers that you need to configure. And most of these certified providers are VIP-based calls. That's why there are advantages if you're calling over the internet and you have customers or you have leads or prospects that can be called from the internet. Now, our Dialer Pro provides with the local landline to landline, mobile to mobile, or landline to mobile calling capability. So that if your businesses or your contacts are domestic within the Philippines, you can take advantage of this dialer to be able to call unlimited landline calls, unlimited mobile calls. No, um, it can be configured to call using multiple telco or telco providers. Okay, so you can call with just one click. No, at the right side of the screen is the typical dialer interface. No, this is not so different from the phone dialer of Odoo. Okay, so you have the standard keypad interface. You also have call history. You can pull up contacts from here. Then you can pull up schedule activities from here if you have scheduled calls or follow-up calls. You can type, search a number or a name, no? Or um, if you're a senior guy, you can use the T9 type. No, we used to dial like if you used to spell names using the dialer, no, 2 for A, 3 for D, or press three times for F, right? Okay, so that's the typical dialer. Okay, so again, you can make inbound and receive outbound calls directly from within Odoo. Okay, with contact details. So if the number is already registered as an Odoo contact, Odoo pulls up the contact information. Okay. And then you can do unlimited calls again, as mentioned, no? Landline to landline, mobile to mobile. You just have to set up the correct telco and the correct outbound channel. So outbound channels can be through a landline, a SIP line, or via a mobile or a GSM gateway. So this is the dialer Pro. Okay. Now, it the dialer Pro takes the default Odoo phone module functionality, wherein it can it can log all calls automatically, okay, with details like call duration, date, and outcome, no? Even with recording. No? So when you say outcome, it could be completed, canceled, or a missed call. Then you can view complete communication history in one place, do some pivot or data manipulation if you want to uh, format data representations. And if it goes through our dialer, okay, you will never be able to miss the call. It can be recorded as a missed call, or it can be received as a call inbound, or if it's an outbound call, it can be recorded as an outbound call. Okay. So again, with Odoo's default functionality, okay, the details from our dialer gets captured, okay, into scheduled calls, tasks, or meetings. No, the screenshot on the right enables you to log, for example, a call to a specific to-do list, assign it to a specific user. Okay, um, create some notes, while on the call, okay? Or even after the call. Okay? Then you can set reminders or follow-up activities so that follow-up calls would never have to be looked into a manual log or a manual list. You get reminded on your scheduler or your calendar module. Okay? Even on your opportunity or leads card, it shows as a reminder icon also. And then with customizations, you can actually automate next action or call to actions using triggers. Okay, so with the dialer, actually, you can integrate it with the CRM modules, with the entire Odoo interface. No, but it's best useful with the CRM modules, with the sales module, even with the help desk modules. No? So you can manage leads faster, communicate faster, and close more deals. No, without actually switching tools. So that's the objective. So that has been our challenge before we're able to release this application, the dialer. So you can stay organized. You can track actually interactions from within Odoo without having to go out of the interface, without switching tools again. No? And then for customer service, for help desk, since it's an integrated app, no, the dialer can provide you with a quick response to inquiries, resolve issues faster and efficient, and would result into better customer experience. Okay, so I think we can go to the live demonstration now. Let me just switch to our Odoo main menu. Okay. So this is our Odoo main menu. We have enabled some basic applications which are related to the dialer flow. No? So we have here contacts, okay, calendar, CRM, and the help desk module. Okay. So when you have the phone app, no, this used to be a VoIP app. No? When you have it installed in Odoo, you'll get this dialer icon at the upper right portion of the screen. So if you look at it, if you click on it, you can actually click on it from anywhere within Odoo for as long as you can see the icon. So this is what I originally showed in my slides earlier. So ito yon, ito yung typical na dialer interface. So You have the recent calls. Okay? Meron kang keypad, tapos meron activities. No? So for example, kung meron kang activity na naka-schedule, actually, it's actually a call schedule, follow-up schedule. It shows here. You don't have to go to dun sa calendar mo to check kung ano ba naka-schedule today for calling. You just have to go to the dialer, then click on activities, then you'll see kung sino yung mga dapat tawagan today. Okay? Sa recent naman, andito yung history. Okay? So if you click on one number, okay, meron kang mga smart buttons dito. You can create a contact. You can go to, for example, call details, send SMS. Okay? If you have the SMS gateway configured, you can actually send the SMS. Or you can log this call. No? When you click log, so you can log it as a contact, to a lead opportunity, okay, or to a ticket. No, goes to the help desk. Pag nilag mo siya as ticket, okay, then you can mark it as done to save it. Okay, so you can minimize the dialer app from here, okay, by just clicking the minimize button. Now let's go to the phone module. So if you open the phone module, this is now integrated with the dialer. Okay? So that all calls that you make from the dialer, okay, gets logged here. So if you notice, you have the date and time, meron ka ng contact, yung phone number na tinawagan, duration, tapos kung sino yung user. No? So kapag nag-configure ka ng dialer, and nag-configure ka ng phone module, you actually configure each users with a local number. So parang, yeah, it's sort of a parang local number siya para yun yung identifier when you either call out or call in, okay, or you transfer a call. So pag nag-transfer ka ng call, you look for a user that's configured as with a local in the Odoo phone module, then you can transfer that call. Okay, so here, just a quick look at the configuration. Okay, so you'll see there's providers here. No? So ito yung sa VoIP, sa VoIP na module, there used to be providers here. Okay, so pag click mo yung provider, this is where we set up our dialer. So the rest are default accredited or certified Odoo providers, and then we have here, we have added our dialer, okay, our provider configurations. So inside here, we have configured which telco the call goes through. So if you have your own telco, you have your own lines already, then we can configure it to connect to your existing provider. Okay, so going back to the calls, okay, you can actually manipulate here, okay, the data. You can pivot so that you can check the user calls and let's see, status, count of calls, okay, how many were rejected, how many were terminated. Okay, so just an example of what you can show in the report. No, so given dates, no, daily, which one were aborted on which dates. Then maybe you can remove the filter from here. No, so that all users are shown. If you have administration rights or administrator rights, you can do this. You can show the different data from different users. So each user has to be configured with a local for you to be able to log calls. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so from here you can also see, okay, if you have summary notes, you have log, for example, certain call to certain opportunity, okay, it shows on this column. And then the status, if it's an incoming, an outgoing, or it's just a missed call. So this is standard Odoo functionality already. So once the call gets terminated or completes from our dialer module, it sends data its data is captured by Odoo, okay, and passed on to the phone module. Okay, so let's go to contacts. So let's go back to the phone module. Now, if you look at the calls here, uh, you have the numbers here. You know? So if you go to contacts, for example, a typical contact would be, uh, let's look at this one. Okay. So if you have the mobile number, once you hover your mouse on the number, there's a call button that appears, and then you can actually perform the call from here. Okay. So from here, if the call gets answered, okay, you can do transfer. You can put it on hold. Okay. Then can do mute. Okay. So if it's a fresh number, you can create a contact, or you can go to contacts, leads, details. Okay. Then you can also log it as a opportunities. For example, if while on the call, and okay. So if this is follow-up call on an existing lead, no, you can save it from here. Then once you terminate the call, and you can minimize it. Then go back to contact. So we said, okay, you can go to the calls, click on the log. So we made this call. Okay. So if you notice, this is the call details. And then from here, you can play the recording. Okay. So automatic record siya. But remember, you have to configure yung recording. So either you grant the user to record all his or her call, or you can force record for all users. Okay. If you're the administrator, you can force recording for all users. Okay. So if you notice from here, you have the smart buttons at the top. No? So you can see how many calls has been performed to this contact, what leads do you have for this contact, and then how many tickets, okay, and how many open tickets are are for this contact. Okay, so you notice also that on the chatter here, the call was recorded. Okay, so all the call history gets recorded in the chatter on the right, and then you can access the leads from here. Okay. And then makikita mo na meron call dito. Tapos meron din naka-schedule in 2 days. Okay, for this lead. Okay. Now, you can convert this to an opportunity. So for example, okay, this is still with the leads module. So if you convert this to an opportunity, it gets into the pipeline. Okay. So we can exit from here. We can go to the CRM. Okay. So if you're familiar with already familiar with the module, with the Odoo CRM module, so you notice that it gets transferred here, from the leads, okay, goes to the pipeline, okay, and then andito na siya, okay, as an opportunity. So if you click here, Same details yung kanina na makikita mo. Okay. So this is how integrated Odoo is. No? So when you perform a call and you update the data, the customer data or the leads data from that from the dialer, okay, there's only one data that gets updated. Okay, it's integrated in the backend so that makita nyo nandito yung call na nilag kanina, perform call. Okay. And then this one gets updated and transferred to as opportunity. Okay. So again, from here you can perform a call. So when you hover on the number, okay, you can perform calls directly from the list. Okay, so it's the same. Okay. Or you can click the dialer icon on the right, the upper right portion, and then look for the contact if it's not there. Okay, so here, okay. Then perform the call. Okay. Okay. So how does this help your sales or your marketing team now? Being able to access the dialer from anywhere. Okay, you're able to log actually all activities, all details on the opportunity, okay, from within from a single interface. So, for example, from here, okay, if you have a follow-up activity, you can set it here. No? If it's an email, okay, on August 30, for example, you can set it on August 30. You can save it. Okay. If it's a call, another call, okay, set it on a different date, for example, okay, and save it. Okay. Then you get the chatter to list this here. Now, okay, we said that if you set an activity from here, okay, you should be able to see, okay, you should be able to see from here. No? So for the purpose of example, let's set a call today. Okay. So there's a call for today. Now, see, on your activity on the dialer, you have a schedule set for a call today. Okay. So you you enter data and information from anywhere in the application, and then you uh, access that information, or that information gets access from anywhere. So if you look at your calendar, okay, you see that calls are automatically logged, okay, on your calendar. So here, okay, this is the call that was scheduled today. Then you have two calls. Okay. Also on the 20th, you have scheduled a call, okay, here. Okay. So ganyan ka-integrated si Odoo. You set one activity from one part of the application, from one module, then everything updates. Okay, all the information gets updated. Okay, so going back to the CRM. Okay. So if you look at the so again, if you're familiar with CRM or any CRM, now if you move these cards, for example, from one to another, okay, from one stage to another, then you'll be able to track progress. No, but one thing I've noticed here is that there's an icon that appears at the lower part of the lead card, no, the opportunity card. So meron lalabas dyan na phone if you have a scheduled phone call follow-up, okay, or and you can actually call from here directly, or access the card, okay, do the call from here, okay, perform the call from here. Okay, so this is how it works. This is how the dialer works. Okay. Now all the calls again, all the calls that are performed, okay, gets logged here. So if you're missing a call, if you want to look for a specific call, okay, you can always go to the phone module, okay, look at the logs, look at the call logs, and then search from here, right? Okay. So remember, for the purposes of this demo, the dialer is configured for local calls, both mobile and landline. Okay, so I can actually dial, for example, a um, hold on, landline from here. Sorry, yeah, there. So if I'm calling this landline, okay, I want to call here. Uh, oops. Okay, let's do another landline. Okay. So let's see some contacts here. You can call this landline. Okay, so not valid landline. Okay, maybe we can skip that. Okay, dialing out. So, um, okay, so if you're um, anywhere in the call, okay, you can actually receive a call also, okay, an incoming call. So, hold on. Let me show you how to do a inbound call. Okay. So, so I have here, okay, my mobile number, my mobile phone. So I can do an inbound call here. Okay, hold on, let me do that again. Call history. This one. So there. Okay. My mobile phone going here. Okay. So I can answer this. Okay. Go- There. Okay. So from here you can transfer. Okay. So if you want to transfer call, okay. So from a phone module, you can transfer it, for example, to another number, another contact. Okay. So it has the capability to uh, transfer directly, or you can ask first. Okay. So when you transfer directly, the call goes to the other contact. Okay. Or ask first, you can talk to the contact first, and then before you can transfer. Okay. So I can answer that. Okay. And then confirm transfer. Let me just close this. Then confirm transfer. Okay, so the call gets lost from here, from your interface, but the call goes through, okay, with the two parties that you have transferred. Okay, so from here, Okay. So the call has been terminated already. Okay. Let me go back to um, the Odoo screen. Okay. So or here, then you can, so when you've done call, you can go to the phone. So this is the call. Now you can log now this call. Okay. So if it's not within your contact number, so you can now log this call. Okay. Then you have the recording here as well. So remember, it stays in your uh, call logs. Your call logs. Okay. So this is about it. So uh, this is the Dialer Pro. Okay. So again, uh, it's already integrated with Odoo's phone module. Okay. Then you can click it from anywhere within the Odoo interface, from within the Odoo application. You can save calls, you can record calls, okay? And then you can pivot call logs, okay? Kung ano man report na kailangan ninyo, okay? Based on users, based on duration, okay, uh, as earlier shown, okay? And then you can actually access the uh, dialer from your CRM, perform calls from within your CRM, from within leads card and from within the opportunities card. Okay, so uh, this ends our demonstration. Okay, we'll go back to Jesse.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. It's very detailed demo for our viewers today. Actually, I appreciate like you gave us the challenges right now for the customers and even dun sa mga what are the benefits of having O2 CRM with built-in Sognare Dial Pro. Yeah. So I think we're ready to move on to our next session, which is the
Yes.
Q&A. So I do have a few questions on the chat. Let me just quickly pull it. So first question, Mike,
Yeah.
can
Okay.
Odoo or Sognare work with our existing PABX, SIP, or business numbers?
Okay. So PABX, we have to qualify. Okay.
Mm,
SIP, yes. You can keep your existing numbers, your existing SIP. PABX will qualify if they can integrate with our dialer. Okay. If
mm,
IPPBX, normally we can integrate readily with some small tweaks.
mm. Okay, good to know. Another one. Can we track which salespeople are making calls?
Yes. So as shown earlier in
Yeah.
the shown earlier in the screen. I think I can share my screen. Is it okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Here. So as shown earlier, we have from the phone module. Okay, we can actually see. Um, okay, so from here, um, I'll just remove my filter. Okay, then we have here which users have made calls. For example, status. Okay, uh, whom they have contacted. Okay, for example, here. Okay, how much time they've spent, how many times they've called. Okay, uh, for these contacts. For example, my username have contacted these contacts. Okay, so basically, yes, you can track, and then you can remember Odoo has an integrated spreadsheet, no? So you can export to spreadsheet or import to spreadsheet, and then do some manipulation of data from there.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Uh, Thank you, Mike. We do have a few more questions. Um, Next will be, pwede kaya mas-save yung call transcript?
Oh yes. Okay. So we have this database prepared no recently. So
Mm,
the transcript has not been enabled. But if you okay, hold on. I'll show it to you uh, how to enable the transcript here. Okay. Let me share that again. Okay. So from here, uh, okay, from the configuration, we have here transcription and call recording enabled here. Okay, so we have it on our production, not in this database though, because we have limited access capability, Jesse, no? Because it's a demo database. So we can have it configured and enabled. Yes, we can, the
yeah, of
transcription.
course. Last question, Mike.
Okay.
Is there a limit on the call recording?
Okay, the limitation would have to be on your resource, right? So we configure the Odoo resources based on how much recording you would have, no. But remember, si Odoo phone module uh,
Mm,
records the stores the recording on your local browser. Okay, so if calls would are long enough, no, it might not fit in your local browser. So depending on the call setup, no,
mm,
we have to configure your local browser or your local desktop to be able to restore temporarily the recording, and then it gets transferred to the Odoo database after the call. So
okay,
limitation would be based on your resource, the size of the disk that's configured. So we can size that up.
okay. Thank you, Mike. Um, Actually, this is the most important question of all. Why choose Sognare?
Okay, so first we have integration capability, right? Not just within Odoo, we can integrate with others. We've shown no, we've been able to integrate it with a call or a dialer app, no?
Mm,
And we have our local expertise, and we have our Odoo support also, and we provide critical integration with the customer. For example, we can integrate with the dialer. With if you're heavy on POS plus
yeah.
marketing, no outbound calls plus marketing, POS with inbound calls as well. Sales with outbound, heavy outbound calls, even with help desk. No, so uh, it's of note that we are using Odoo Help Desk internally for our Sognare Care service. No? So all our customer support, all our after sales support are done through our Sognare Care unit, and
Mm,
the calls are being monitored and managed using Odoo Help Desk, okay, with
mhm,
this dialer. Okay, and also one thing good about Odoo again is that you can start small, no, scale it later, and still don't lose any of the data since it has an integration backend. No, so you can be cost effective from the start, no, all the way up to the end. The only cost you have to spend on is if you have integration outside of Odoo, for example, this dialer. No, this is another cost, but it's also part of the subscription that we provide. No, we can configure Odoo, the dialer independent of or on top of what you already have. No, so if you're already a subscriber of Odoo, or if you're already an Odoo user, yes, we can just integrate the dialer. No fuss. So install lang namin yung dialer, integrate it with your existing Odoo implementation, connect it with your SIP, your existing telco provider, maybe validate yung PBX, no, or PBX that you have, if it can integrate or not. Then we can provide you with the evaluation, no? And we have dedicated after sales support, so we can manage support for the entire Odoo implementation, even your infrastructure, or maybe for just the dialer, if you're subscribing for just the dialer. Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't agree more, Mike. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Guys, if you want to know more about Sognare, these are the contact details on the screen. And if you want to book a demo and a meeting with Mike, here's his QR code for appointment. And then also, if you want to know more about Odoo, here's my appointment link. And again, Mike, thank you for that very insightful session.
Thank you.
This is why we partner with Sognare in terms of local expertise, proven track record. They're the best partner for you guys. So again, thank you for joining. Sana marami kayo natutunan and have a great day, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.